Hey, greetings everyone. It's getting closer to Christmas, so I gotta hurry up and get this out. We're now going to begin part 3 of the willow tree nativity scene backdrop construction. And part 3, I have to look at my notes here, is going to finish up the manger construction and also the drilling of the holes for the dowels that hold this upper backdrop to the lower base. And also as we make the star that fits in a little hole that's drilled in the top of the stable there. Squeezing just a little bit of the glue out, so I'm scraping it off with my X-Acto knife. This is actually the slowest part of the whole project, because there's so many little glue joints that need to be made, and with my big hands I just have to do a little at a time, glue it up, go away, go do something else, come back and continue on for a few more boards. I probably need some remarks from my viewers, but back in the day when Jesus was born, did the stable actually have baseboards? You tell me. This manger scene, however, does have baseboards. And using my miter sled, I just took a 1/4 inch stock, 3/4 inch wide this way, and cut miters on the 2 front corners and wrapped it around the vertical supports of the backdrop. If nothing else, it'll give it a little more stabilization when it's setting on the small stage. The baseboard sections will be cut using this miter sled. Using my old, blow the dust off of it, porter line, I'm going to use this to help me drill a 3/8 inch hole vertically, and I'm going to go about 3/4 of an inch. But as you can see right here, it's going to be hard to put this on there to know that you got it vertical. So I made a 3/4 inch hole, which I can set on there, and that gives this a better base to set on. And then from here I can slide my drill and drill a relatively vertical hole. I have my depth stop set so that I'll be able to drill 3/4 inch deep. Now that we've completed drilling the holes in the bottom of the backdrop, our next step will be to properly position them. Position the backdrop on the stage and get the holes in the stage to match the holes in the backdrop. And before we get going, we'll turn the stage over and make sure that the extra wood piece that we put in the bottom is in the right corner that we're wanting to measure. And to transfer the center point of the hole, I've got these 3/8 inch dowel centers. They come in a kit. I don't even know where I got these, but they're various sizes, so I picked out the 3/8 to fit the drill bit. And then I just use some painter's tape to hold it in place so they don't fall out. Like so. And then I'm going to turn this over and just eyeball it to where it's centered along the back, and I've got about the same amount of space on both sides of the stage, and press down and do a little rocking motion. Lift it up and I can see my center point here. Now, using a scrap board here, I'll just rest that on there, push it down a little bit, and on this depth adjustment, I will bring it up to where it just touches, and that will give me my length of travel right here when I start drilling. After the dowel rods are cut to 1 inch, I'm going to slide them in the hole, and comes the moment of truth to see if my hole's lined up now. If not, we'll be using another new tool on the market, sandpaper. But I think I made it. And there we go, and that'll give it just a little bit of support, so even at this angle it won't fall over. And the final construction phase of this project is making the star that will stand on these pins. And the other day I just took some of the spare pieces that was cut when I was doing the resawing on making my small 2x6s, put it into high speed in my drill along my spindle sander to make them round, because this will be used to go into a hole that I'll put in here, and then the star will be, this will be glued on the back somewhere in the middle of the star, so that it'll just set up on top of the backdrop. And then the star is just a 5-pointed star that I got off the internet, and we'll put that on here and here, and then cut them out on the bandsaw. Now, I use this spray adhesive, and according to the directions, it works best between 65 and 95 degrees. It's 50 degrees out here now. Can you believe it? I'm in short sleeve shirt. But that's probably for best performance, and I'm not really wanting the best performance. I'm just wanting to, I think what I'll do is I'll just spray the wood. I just want it enough to hold my template on there while I am cutting it on the bandsaw. I just got back from my bandsaw, and there wasn't any need to showing you because they're all just straight cuts. I cut from the corners down to the inside corner and vice versa all the way around till I get the stars that I need. And the next step will be sanding the edges to your satisfaction. And once it's completed sanding, and you might want to round off some of the rough edges, I take this little spindle here and I'll put it on the back and just apply with glue, and then using one of the many alligator clips that I have. And that reminds me, this is the day after Thanksgiving, and man, it might be regular price, but Harbor Freight had 22 of those alligator clips for like $5 or something. Less than $6. You can get 22 of those plastic alligator clamps that work good for small glue-up jobs such as this. So I'll be doing that, and I think about the next time you'll see me is when it's all completed. And what I'm going to do is sand all we're done. This will finish up with the construction phase, but I have got to go over all these joints, all these miters, and clean them up, run my little edge sander across it. I got this multi-tool sander here. I'll be running that over the flat edges, trying to get the best finish that I can. And I have some spray shellac, or I do have it where I can apply it with the brush. Being as cold as it is, I'm a little hesitant about doing that. And I would do tung oil if I was keeping it, because I always have tung oil. And you know, a couple months from now I could always redo it. But these are going to other people that have requested these kits, and they're not going to have the tung oil to keep applying it to you know, maintain a smooth finish. So I'm just going to go ahead and sand these smooth and put a clear shellac finish on them so that they'll have a shine on them. So that's what's in store, and we'll see you when the project is completed. That's it. I had fun making this project, and I hope you will too. And you guys, your wife is going to love it. My wife loves it, and I've had requests from others in the neighborhood and community that when they see this, they want one. So I may be busy for a while. But anyway, get out in the shop and make some sawdust. We're having a heck of a time.